Coach Kathy Angelis, 5-1 loss to number 2 Syracuse today. A solid defensive effort. Your assessment of today's game?
Right. Well, I think we had a great game plan today, and I think it was well executed. It was well sustained through both halves. You could see when we were unable to sustain our press, and a team like Syracuse, there's a break in your press, and they collected on it, and they did. I mean, they had 2 great runs and back-to-back almost goals. We rebounded, and I thought we continued to keep our shape and our defensive structure, and that was huge, and that was important. I mean, this team has the capability to get double digits on some teams. It was unfortunate in some of the breaks that we had in the attacking third that we just could not connect. It was missed receptions, missed passes, missed shots, a missed one-on-one. It was the little things that, under the pressure, we didn't execute. But we were right there, and we had a great transition game, and I thought we were very, very dangerous. And those things we're going to continue to work on, and there's a lot of mentality that goes into that because it's there. We've got very solid attack and dangerous players, and just the little things that didn't allow us to execute today.
Swan had a phenomenal game today. Do you stand by the decision for keeping her in that second half as well?
Sure, absolutely. And I mean, her first half was why we continued to leave her in the second half. So I come out with 14 saves, big saves, and just a lot of. I really felt a lot of confidence from her today, and she was really so reactive, and that's what we've been working with both our keepers to just react. I mean, Syracuse has dynamite shooters, the best in the country, absolute best, and to really read the trajectory of some of these balls that are coming 60 miles an hour at you and to make a clean save, that's just phenomenal. So really, really happy with her performance today.
Does this make the goalkeeping situation any easier for you to make a starter, name a starter?
No, I mean, like I have said, and I will say it all year round, both our goalkeepers are outstanding goalkeepers, and I have 100% confidence in either one of them. Showing Karis had a great game today, and Saltis had a great game the other day, so that type of parity is a good thing, and we'll see. It still may be a game day decision. It's important that we continue to work with both those keepers in practice and get them more and more competitive and become better keepers. So, like I said, a game day decision most likely in this case.
In addition to Swan, the defense really played well in the second half. How did that affect the game plan when you went, in the first half, how did that affect the game plan going into the second half?
Right. Well, when you're able to have such a solid back line, Carissa Whitmer in the central back just had a phenomenal game today. It begins with her. When she has the confidence, she demands it from those players around her, and I thought that the side backs, Marlos and Taylor, also coming into backfield, and sometimes Jill Kirkpatrick, they were all very steady, and they're such smart players that they understand the pressures, and to be able to make some changes in the back four today, it was like seamless. So I think I need to credit Carissa, Marlos, and Taylor, and certainly Jill for having that strength in that backfield against, just like I said, one of the strongest, if not strongest, lines in the country, Syracuse.
How much of that is a moral victory for you guys to be able to have such a great defense to hold the Syracuse Orange to just 1 goal in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, and we have the championship will be won by defense, and we are preparing a year later. Our goal is to go to the CA championship. We have the strikers. We have who can score. We got to fine tune some things in their game, but knowing that we have this defense that has improved so much since last year, we struggled with a lot of inconsistency, and just growing it as a backfield together. We now have another person on the line, which is also a new face. So, but again, just to see where we're at right now, and to see how sound and how we can keep our shape in that back four against Syracuse was just great. I mean, those shots that they put in were dynamite. I mean, you're talking, those are world-class goal shots. So, to see that those are the only type of shots that they could get off today, I think, we got to credit our back line.